BYU's Marriott School is developing quite a reputation for launching successful startups. Marriott MBA Today reporter Ariel Harrison shows us how one of these recent Marriott School startups is finding sweet success in several entrepreneurial competitions.
That's right, Jacob. Let's just say I did a little taste testing between the competitors at the Miller New Venture Challenge and picked one business in particular to follow. I had no idea what a kolache was, but these two MBA students are about to make this treat a household name. Derek Johnson pulls out a fresh batch of kolaches, golden brown and crisp, stuffed with cheese, sausage, jalapeno, or whatever your heart desires.
You'll wake up with cold sweats in the middle of the night craving more. So,
in addition to being funny, Johnson is quite the little baker boy. But he didn't invent these kolaches, he invented a machine that mass produces them.
Cowboy Kolaches has developed a proprietary machine. We filed for a provisional patent that takes the 90 inconsistent kolaches an hour to 4,800 perfectly consistent kolaches an hour, reducing our cost from 95 cents down to a mere 35 cents.
Johnson hasn't come up with a name for the machine yet. In fact, he won't even let us show you a picture because a patent is pending, and he's afraid someone's going to steal his idea. But this is a prototype he will let us show, and this is how it works.
Up until now, kolaches, all being hand-rolled, they vary from store to store and even from day to day within the store. What we've been able to do with this process is really consistently produce these and take all the labor out, all the human error that happens, and really make a nice, consistent, easily scalable product.
Kolaches have been around for a while. The difference is Johnson invented his own dough recipe, which took 9 months to perfect. He keeps this a secret as well.
Special mix of flour and other secret ingredients, which I cannot reveal without having to kill you.
But Johnson's success didn't come just by telling jokes. The judges at the Miller New Venture Challenge at Brigham Young University selected his business idea from among dozens of other student entrepreneurs and gave him more than $20,000 to help make his invention a reality.
It feels wonderful. It's really the payoff of a lot of effort and work beginning early in the fall when I met Derek and we decided to team up.
John Christensen became Johnson's partner 9 months ago. Christensen says he's the serious one that tries to keep Johnson's off-the-wall personality focused.
We both have different strengths, and we've used our strengths, coupled them together to really produce a winning presentation and winning business.
Christensen makes sure they get things done, like holding business meetings, turning their reports in on time, and other mundane tasks that allows Johnson to be a free spirit.
I must have got stopped by 10 people during the day, and they're like, "Are you doing a presentation today?" Or, "I noticed you got some cologne on," and I'm like, "Is it because I'm not wearing jeans and a t-shirt?" And they're like, "No, no." In Wyoming, wearing sweats and a t-shirt is considered dressing up.
But being a square peg in a sea of round holes didn't hurt Johnson and Christensen in the competition. In fact, they walked away with a huge trophy and a sack of money from Gail Miller, wife of the late Larry H. Miller, who continues to fund these aspiring businessmen.
And he understood that they needed to have an opportunity to use their skills. And they're so bright and they have so many good ideas that he felt like if he could help develop that and encourage them to use those talents and those skills and do good things, that we all benefit from that.
With the help from the money provided by Miller, Johnson will replace his wife's mixer that he broke while making kolaches.
I'm kind of notorious for burning out KitchenAid mixers. We've actually had to kind of do some rewiring into our breaker box to allow for appropriate power so it can work. And even then, when we start to get up to bigger batch weights, we'll have to flip the breaker. So kitchens weren't made to be done in your basement.
With the money in hand, Johnson now plans to move out of his basement kitchen and take his kolaches to the world. And so far, people seem to like them.
It's just like, it has more love in it. It's warmer and it's delicious. I really can feel it.
It's buttery and delicious and soft and delicious.
He's already been on the Food Network and fed donuts from his first startup to the governor of Wyoming. He thinks that kolaches will soon rival cupcakes as the latest fad, hoping that his top secret invention will make him the kolache king.
When I started my first business, there was several family members that came up to us and said, you know, you're crazy. You have no bakery experience. What are you doing? And that really drives me. And sometimes, I mean, even if I've got to make that up in my head, like, oh, people don't think I can do this, it really motivates me to get up at crazy hours of the morning and really hit the streets hard with things. But it was seeing those people up there and saying, you know what, like, we're going to be there someday.
But even if kolaches don't take off, he can always eat his losses.
One of the perks of the job.
Since their win at the Miller New Venture Challenge, Cowboy Kolaches won the Utah Entrepreneurs Challenge, giving them a grand total of more than $60,000 to keep them baking.
Great story. Thank you, Ariel.
Can you believe that? They've won so much money.
Yeah, these guys have really launched a successful startup. And I guess the real question is, how do these kolaches taste?
They're amazing. Like, you guys need to try them.
And to be totally truthful, I have had them as well, and my favorite was the sausage, cheese, and jalapeno.
Yes, they are amazing. Gotta try them.
Cowboy Kolaches, Miller New Venture Challenge, Marriott School of Startups, all great stuff to be a part of. Thanks for Ariel's great story, and thanks to you for tuning in to another episode of Marriott MBA Today.